We know Myanmar has a bad reputation, and we know that Myanmar is a state in progress. However, we are in progress, and we want to break with the one-sided discussion we have probably seen so far. Although we are not conscious of the exact measures, we oppose the image that Myanmar is still the regime it was decades ago. For example, since 2003, we have been working on a roadmap to democracy with 7 steps, including a national referendum, including free elections for everyone, including a civil president, the first in decades. And it is therefore that we urge you to, of course, you are free to take whatever decision you want, but we want to break with the image that Myanmar is only a law-breaking and human rights violating country. We are working on democratisation, and that is a stable and fragile country you are talking to. So therefore, please do not only look on the sides we are still working on, but respect that progress, and of course we will maintain that progress, and we will continue it until we are a free and democratized state. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Klijmij. Did you have any further information?
Any at all.
Please lower your placards. Please lower your placards. Thank you very much. The chair hasn't asked if there are any things you have. Are there any further information? There is of Colombia, followed by the Russian Federation, followed by the Bosnian.
The delegate of Myanmar knows about how many time you're going to spend progressing and so on. We don't know how long it's going to take.
We cannot give an exact indication, but it will probably say enough that when we started the Roadmap to Democracy program, the 7-step program, in 2003, we have already reached the phase of national elections. We've already had a national referendum, and we already have a civil president. So we cannot give an exact time, but it's clear that we are steady in progress.
Is the delegate of Myanmar aware of the fact that the government of Myanmar has refused to allow any international observers and any international or national journalists to freely monitor during previous elections, and therefore we cannot see whether or not your country has democratized, and therefore we cannot truly trust upon your remark about democratization.
Yeah, I'll split the answer up in 2 parts. Firstly, for years we've had the Special Rapporteur for Myanmar in our country. However, since he became very subjective and accused the country, the nation, of war crimes, we have asked for a new rapporteur. However, that hasn't been honored, and therefore we have denied him access, and the same is for most journalists. We want to remain stable. As for the elections, it is true that maybe not everywhere have been inspectors, but there have been. And the reaction, for example, by China, as well as by the South Asian Cooperation Program, has been very positive. And they have congratulated Myanmar with the smooth progress they are making. So, for us it's clear that we are definitely in a process of democratization.
The delegation of Bosnia and Herzegovina was just wondering that why, after the elections, which on international standards, there is still only a 4% of opposition in your parliament.
Well, that already means that there is opposition. We have already mentioned that we're in progress. Yes, we cannot make a complete. Yes, we can make. We don't want to do a Libya or another example of complete instability. To remain stable, and ask for a smooth process. And it already says enough that there are opposition members in the parliament. Yet we will continue with the process of democratization. But you cannot expect us to establish a Western model of democracy in only a few years. That will only cause instability, which will definitely harm the state of Myanmar, which is, as we've already said, stable but fragile.
question to follow up? But if the government of Myanmar is making as much progress as the delegation is now stating, why wouldn't they allow a neutral rapporteur into their country to report this to the rest of the world, for example us?
We would allow a neutral rapporteur. And that's why we, for years, have had a rapporteur in our country and have helped him as much as possible. However, as we've already said, the allegations of war crimes were besides all proportions, and therefore we've chosen to deny him access. When there is a new neutral and by us accepted inspector, then, for example, if we prefer someone from the region who is familiar with the area, that would be, we can only welcome such a thing. So we aren't definitely against a rapporteur.